I'm Jamie, this is Holly, and this is Dementia IQ, powered by the James L. West Center for Dementia Care. And every week we are here to answer your questions about caregiving, dementia, grief, brain health, you name it, we're here to answer your questions. So if you have a question, please put it in the comments or you can email us at caregiver@jameslwest.org. We did receive a question about compassion fatigue and what is compassion fatigue and ways to cope? Holly, I'm going to ask you what compassion fatigue is.
Well, let's think about that and just listen to compassion fatigue. So compassion fatigue, it's a combination of things. It's physical, it's emotional, it's spiritual. And it is exhaustion that's associated with caring for someone.
So it sounds like compassion fatigue, Holly, tell me if I'm wrong, the best way to not get compassion fatigue is to do stuff to prevent it in the first place.
Absolutely.
And I would imagine, just knowing this, exercise, taking good care of yourself physically, getting good sleep, eating stuff that fuels your body, it doesn't drain your body, maybe talking to people, whether it's a counselor or even a support group.
Yes.
What do you think? What are some other tips?
Another thing, that if you're suspecting that you have compassion fatigue, you probably have compassion fatigue. You want to listen to yourself, listen to your body. And then if other people are checking on you and you're the caregiver, rather than getting defensive like we tend to do, what if we stepped back just a minute and we really did listen to what they had to say? If other people are concerned, there's probably a reason that they are concerned. And the first thing we can do to resolve compassion fatigue is to realize that we're suffering from compassion fatigue.
Yeah, and I know with caregiving for persons with dementia, it's important to remember this isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. So preparing ourselves from the get-go to say, gosh, I probably need to do these good self-care activities from the start instead of waiting and not getting to compassion fatigue.
Right. And the first thing that we can learn to do is to take a very deep breath. The difference between a reaction and a response many times is a single deep breath. We walk into a disaster in a room, and rather than reacting, what if we just stopped, took that deep breath, maybe took a couple of steps backwards, allow that oxygenated blood to get to our 3-pound brain, so that we can make a good decision and respond rather than react. All of these things you've heard before, what Jamie said, making sure that we're eating healthy foods that are fuel for our body, getting exercise, making sure we're getting rest, doing something to relax. Caregivers are pretty good about jumping into the what ifs. There's another name for jumping into the what ifs, and that's called anxiety. So remaining present, recognizing it in yourself is the first thing. Taking some steps to avoid it in the future, and then could we find something to laugh at? Because do you know that the brain cannot produce cortisol, that stress hormone, and have serotonin and dopamine dumping all at the same time? What if we could find 5 minutes to just watch a funny clip of children laughing or funny animal videos? Because if we can bring that smile to our face and we have some serotonin or we have some dopamine, it'll halt that cortisol dump. Jamie, can you think of some other tips?
One I do want to touch on is talking to people that are in the same situation as you. So yes, a religious leader, a counselor that you can talk to, be honest with, find coping skills that work best for you, but support groups. And support groups that are geared towards caregivers of persons with dementia. So you can talk to people that understand the situation that you're in. It can help problem solve, help brainstorm, help laugh at some of the things that maybe you didn't think you could laugh at. Holly, tell us about support groups that we have here.
We just happen to have 3 support groups here at the James L. West Center, and 2 of them you can be a part of no matter where you are. Every Wednesday from 1 to 2:30 Central Time, we meet online. Every Wednesday from 1 to 2:30. Now, if you're in the Fort Worth area, we meet in person at 11 o'clock here at the James L. West Center at 1111 Summit Avenue in Fort Worth from 11 to 12 every Friday. And then we have a special group called the Second Saturday Support Group, and that meets from 10:30 to 12 on the second Saturday of every month. And that particular group is special because it focuses on grief and loss. The grief and loss of caregiving. And we do a lot of that really hard work to walk through our grief. I want to throw another one in there, music. Please, please, please make sure that you incorporate music into your life every day. Have those playlists, a good morning playlist and a playlist for the middle of the day and a playlist for when it's time to go to bed. You can even have a playlist for when there's been what we might call a disaster in the house. But I'm going to put on this feel-good music and get it cleaned up, because what else can we do? But let's get that music going.
Love it. If you have a question, please put it in comments. Visit our website at jameslwest.org. Email us, call. We're here for you, and we'll see you next week.